This is Team Georgia. So today we will represent Georgia as a country realities and needs in the needs. Slide, please. So before we show you the rate of the needs, I will tell you about the reasons why we have this kind of rate of the needs. So mostly it's because the family background, I mean the chaotic and unhealthy family backgrounds. Secondly, it's a mental health, which is, I think, it's very common in your countries too. Also, the lack of integration, and mostly where in Georgia, in the regions where ethnic minorities, the integration level is really low. Also, a lack of motivation, which leads them to be like needs. They just don't want to do nothing, and also the lack of guidance, which means that they often feel lost and they don't know what to do, and there's no one to guide them. So, yeah, next slide, please. So.
Okay. This is the table 1, and there's a statistical characteristics of you, and it's the age in 15 and 29. Like, we have here like male statistic and female statistic and in the total, and there the statistic comes from urban and rural area. In Georgia, most of the youth, they are just living in urban area, and in the total it's 60%. So I will tell about this later in our next task.
Yeah, mostly the people in rural areas are mostly the needs. Yes, and the percentage shows us that the women's are like mostly the needs than the men's. And the measures taken by country, in Georgia we have like some free colleges where you can acquire with the skills which is necessary for easy professions like sewing and cooking, also nursing, the vets, and also some civic society organizations are working with needs, and some of them have like conducting the trainings about how to write CV motivation letters, and they also have this kind of things which is the simulation of interviews. So they are making them prepare for the interview, and also they are giving them the guidance where to find a job, how to act in an interview, and etc.
Okay, the next one. The reducing the needs rate is a great challenge for our government, as it used to remain jobless for a long period, typically came from more disadvantaged backgrounds, and also they have low levels of education attainment, and there are many cases inactive, and there is substantial evidence, however, that even the most disadvantaged youth can benefit from a variety of targeted initiatives. And also we have here some additional factors, like as well family income and also the family backgrounds, as already Giorgi mentioned about that, and disabilities and family responsibilities are also the important to increasing the risk of to becoming NEET in Georgia.
Yes, also about the civic society organizations, I told about that it's playing a really crucial role in the field of needs, and they can help in different ways. Like they can have education and training programs, the career counseling and guidance, employment support, also the specialized supports, social services, community engagement. Also, they can have a research and data collection for the future decisions they may take to solve this problem, and also rescue mobilizations and empowerment and life skill development.
And to tell about the gender difference, like in Georgia, youth people in the age like 15 and 29 account for 1/5 of the total population, and they have contributed towards the end of the age distribution with 70%, and there is a statistic like women and men in total, and there is a urban area, rural area, and most of the women and men, they are from rural area. They don't have any more information than urban youth has, and this is also why they are in the NEET. Yeah. And there's also NEET rate by the age. And we have the most of them in the age 20 and 24, like 41.8, and also in total is 38.8. So it's really higher.
Yes, and NEETs are mostly in the mountain regions of Georgia. Because, for example, then some of the villages are really close to the capital or in the near to the big cities, so they can go and search for the work in the big cities. But especially the mountain regions, villages are like a really high level of the needs.
And they don't have any abilities, they don't have a connection with internet, and like maybe with transport, because sometimes it's dependent on the season, like in
yes, they have less opportunities, and that leads them to be needs. And also I want to mention that sometimes we might have a different result if we don't have a military, mandatory military. And sometimes the young people are going into education because of the military. They don't want to go to the mandatory military, that's why they are going in the education. And if not that, we will have a different result.
Yeah.
Any questions? Yeah, I got a question. What is the age of graduation in Georgia from compulsory education?
It's 18.
18 and until 18 you have to be at some education.
In school.
I have a question of the last part you said. The military education is after 18, after the compulsory.
It's not the military education, it's a mandatory military.
After the school.
After you finish your high school, you have to go in a military 1 year, or you have to study. So they decide to study because they don't want to go to the military.
The same thing was also in Albania, but now they have just...
Yes, like in Armenia as well, they have even 2 years. Yes.
So any other questions?
Actually, I have a question, but I think maybe you might not have answered. Is there any available statistics of the highlanded regions' needs unemployment and the regions those ethnic minorities are living? Because I think there should be very big difference as well there.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, thank you. It was interesting.